Doctor Strange predicted 605 different outcomes for the Infinity War. What's one of the dumbest/weirdest outcomes he saw?
Star-Lord does a dance battle against Thanos and Thanos wins.
Star-Lord gets the gauntlet but Thanos challenges him to a dance-off and wins. Star-Lord snaps for Thanos. Star-Lord: I have to respect the dance-off. It's what Kevin Bacon would want.
The Avengers exposes homophobic tweets from 2008. Thanos is now cancelled.
I don't know, but it involves Daredevil fighting Thanos in a hallway.
Still a great scene I like to watch when I think about it.
Korg somehow gets the stones, and when he clicks his fingers, instead of wiping out half of all life, half of all life find a pamphlet in their pocket telling them about the revolution.
One person is dusted, however. A specific Fortnite player.
Thanos snaps his fingers and half of all living beings disappears. The left half.
Nah, but then they'd all be alright.
Obviously half the population is killed. But only one sex survives.
Anal.
The Infinity Stones. Instead of killing half of the population to disperse the resources, creates 5 times the resources. Thanos knew this but wanted the superheroes there to celebrate and help spread it safely. Drive. Strange felt this was anticlimactic. Edit. People are complaining about the strange number. Instead of subtracting people by half, I added resources by half. I know it would make more sense to double it. But where's the fun in that?
What a great solution this would have been. Like, why didn't he just do this to begin with?
Thanos accidentally replaces the Avengers with the Justice League.
Bonus points if he brings Shazam killing asshat regime Superman.
Thanos gets arrested by the NYPD.
Then escapes via the Thanos copter.
There's 2 outcomes where they won, but in one of them Doctor Strange has to die, so he tries to shift it to another outcome.
In his movie, the Ancient One says that you cannot see past your death. If there was one timeline where he did die, he wouldn't have any clue if they won or not because he couldn't see the end. He has to be alive in the timeline where they won because he was the one using the time stone.
Thanos finally tries to snap and then realizes that he doesn't know how to do so properly.
Can you even snap your fingers with a metal gauntlet? It would be more like grinding the metal fingers together.
Thanos kills Ant-Man in the snap. THEEND.
That was likely like 50% of the outcomes he saw.
Thanos snaps his fingers to kill half of all life but accidentally kills himself too.
Wow, I haven't thought about the Avengers disrupting Thanos so much he accidentally kills everyone.
The Avengers challenge Thanos to karaoke but lose after a dazzling rendition of Don't Stop Believing.
Bill and Ted turn up and challenges Thanos to a game of hide and seek. Death steals the gauntlet whilst Thanos is hiding in a cupboard.
Thanos watches Shrek and decides Earth is worth saving.
Thanos. Why should I save Earth? Shrek. Good question.
Captain America runs to stop Thanos but trips and hits himself in the head and dies.
Don't run with shields.
Thanos snaps his fingers. Half of humanity dies. ISIS claims the incident.
The one where they get the gauntlet off Thanos and there's just another one underneath. The one where Spidey managed to get the gauntlet off and yeeted it into orbit. It didn't do anything. Just delayed Thanos for a few minutes. And everyone got to watch Tony berate Peter for 10 minutes before the snap. The one where Thanos can't handle the catch of Vormir. And instead he takes Gamora to McDonald's. She throws a tantrum when they tell her the ice cream machine is down and Thanos takes her back to Vormir.
Howard the Duck saving the day.
Thanos. You should have gone for the head. From off camera. Howard the Duck. Good thing I never miss.
Thor aimed for the head.
Thanos attempts to snap and realizes he has a giant metal glove and can't snap. So he takes it off and then gives up.
Thanos trips over his own feet, falls, and smashes the Infinity Stones to dust while everyone stands around laughing and pointing.
Thanos is thwarted last minute by a random mother taking off her flip-flop and demanding Thanos hand over the gauntlet.
Captain America uses the power of America's ass to beat Thanos.
Thanos realizes even getting rid of half the population won't solve all the problems in the universe. He falls into a deep depression, binging on Little Debbie Star Crunch and the Andy Griffith Show. He becomes morbidly obese and suffers an acute heart attack. His dying wish is to play drums for Cherry Bomb on their reunion tour. Sadly, though Howard the Duck is able to negotiate the conditions and a custom set to allow this to happen, Thanos does not survive.
Ant-Man going up Thanos' butt or penis. That or Squirrel Girl finally showing up.
The Avengers bring Ben Shapiro to Thanos. Shapiro and Thanos argue for hours about the consequences of the snap. But Thanos destroys him with facts and logic.
ITT people forget that the Avengers lost in those 14 million outcomes.
Big Wheel shows up and fucks up everyone. Except Hawkeye, surprisingly.
Kilgrave somehow shows up to fuck with everyone.
When Tony Stark gets the stones and snaps his fingers, his subconscious desires betray him and greasy cheeseburgers rain from the sky.
Thanos crawled up Ant-Man's ass, made him go giant, then ruled the universe using Ant-Man as a giant biomech.
Star-Lord doesn't fuck up the first time they try to remove the gauntlet.
The Infinity Stones all become sentient beings and open up an intergalactic fast food restaurant.
Rocket and Mantis making violent, passionate love as they disintegrated. Rocket dies in this outcome as well.
Thanos gets extreme gas at the most opportune moment, farts with the force of 1,000,000 atomic bombs, and the Avengers obliterated by the force of Thanos' breaking wind.
They tried to beat him in a dance-off. He moonwalked over their dead corpses.
Fat Thor loses to Thanos on Fortnite.
Thanos being late for the battle because he was getting lessons from the Night King.
Thanos gets the Infinity Stones and runs away in the Thanoscopter.
Thanos snapping his fingers and realize every Avenger survived the snap.
He saw Thanos look into his own eyes with a mirror, then snap himself out of existence.